Why you can't stop thinking about the past after leaving the narcissist. Here we go. Rumination is when your brain is attempting to process the trauma that you've experienced once you have gotten away from the narcissistic environment. You're attempting to process like past events, arguments, conversations that you've had, things that has happened, trying to piece things together. Your brain is attempting to process all of that. I want you to think about those like detective shows where they have the pens and the sticky notes and the pictures and the yarn, and they're linking it to this person with this time and this place and this event. That's what's going on in your brain. You need to make sense of it all. Because there is still a energetic cord, I call it cording, energetic cord or link between you and the narcissist in that trauma bond, emotionally and psychologically. Okay, psyche, soul, mind is synonymous. You will have those thoughts because sometimes the narcissist is thinking about you, how you got away, why you got away, how you escaped. And then when that happens, it may trigger those thoughts in your mind as well, and then vice versa. Something can trigger in you to think about a conversation or all of those things I mentioned it before, and then the narcissist get those thoughts as well. But your thoughts and their thoughts differ. Okay, it's not a I'm missing you type of thing. It's how did they escape? How did they get away? And you are experiencing something totally different from their thoughts. But it's still an energetic cord or thought loop. Constant rumination can have you emotionally drained as you're replaying these events over and over and over and over again in your head. And here's the thing, there's nothing that you could have done any different than what was already done. So do not beat yourself up about it. But the rumination does happen. There are things that the narcissist may have said to you because, of course, you're always the one to blame. When they do something, you're to blame. When they don't do something, you're to blame. Everything is a blame game. All of those things have been pretty much dumped onto you, and your mind starts thinking, well, is this something that I could have done about it or not? Or even, maybe I should have said this, or maybe I should have said that. Maybe I should have stood up for myself. Maybe if I never met them at all, right? Maybe if the first time when I saw the red flag, I should have left and never came back. All of those things is a part of the rumination. There's one thing that I would like to demonstrate when it comes to this rumination process, because I find that a lot of my coaching clients and even myself, I've been through this before. Okay. Although I didn't, that I'm like, you, the devil is a lie, right? But my coaching clients, they never thought about this, and I understand why, because you have a lot of people, even psychologists that I've heard say things like this as far as self-love. You didn't have any self-love, or you had low self-esteem, and this is the reason why the narcissist targeted you. And I want to debunk that. So here we go. Demonstration. Let's say this is you. This is the narcissist. Okay. You see what's on the inside, this water? We're going to call that love. This is you and your love. This is them and their love. Now, I want to do this. We're going to take this outer covering off. This would be, I don't know, clothes or whatever. This is them covered up. This is you, just who you are. Okay? On the inside is what matters. Of course, the outside appearance as well, but this is their outer appearance with not too much on the inside. This is you. You're not wearing a cover. You're not wearing a mask. So basically, this is their mask. You don't have a mask. We all have personalities, but you don't have a mask. All right. So now, this is your love. This is their love. Okay. So a healthy relationship is giving, receiving, and sharing. An unhealthy relationship is giving and taking. Okay. So in the beginning, you know, they, boom, that's the love bomb. All right. So then you pour some love. They pour, you pour. They pour, you pour. And then, and then, and then, and then, and then, and then. Now, this is them, and this is you. In a healthy relationship, again, giving, receiving, and sharing. In an unhealthy relationship, giving and taking. And that's what happened until you're drained with about nothing left. Now, the only thing with the narcissist is there's a hole to where, of course, I'm not going to poke a hole in this, but there's a hole. And that hole is that wound. And it seeps out of them. And that's the reason why you pour in and it's coming out. Pour in and it's coming out. And you're not the only one pouring into them, as you already know, right? So with that demonstration, I just wanted to show you, you can't give anything that you don't have to give. And you had a lot to give. That's the reason why the narcissist was attracted to you, because of what was on the inside of you. They didn't have anything on the inside. They had a mask on the outside. You didn't come with the mask. You came with your personality. But you had more than your personality because you had substance within. They came with a personality, but there was nothing inside. And then now, even with what you poured and others poured inside of them, there's a hole to where it seeps out, and they don't pour. They just breadcrumb. So at this stage, I highly suggest that you start looking into finding a licensed clinical psychologist who specializes in cluster B personality disorders like narcissistic personality disorder, borderline, antisocial, histrionic, because they have many clients who have dealt with these type of relationships. So when you speak about it, then they know exactly what you're dealing with. They already know how the victim of narcissistic personality abuse, narcissistic personality disorders, all of that, how you present. Okay. Another thing, the things that you can do for yourself right now with that rumination, start to journal. Do a video journal. If you don't, like journal where you're writing down, do a video journal. I would video journal, not every day, but I would video journal, and I just watched a video journal that I did, maybe it was about 6 years ago, to the date, and just looking at myself and how I was presenting and seeing where I am now. It was like, whoa. It's like, girl, you came a long way. If you only knew where you would be today when you made that video, okay? Like, high five, I'm proud of you. All right? So do things like that that'll help you through this process. In the next video, we'll talk about grieving.